and welcome to another episode with A Wagging Success. With us is Philip van Heerden. Hi, Philip.
Hello, Tisha. How are you up in the northern parts of the country?
Oh, my
And
word, with floods and luckily not famine, we have been struggling this week, but we survived.
good. As long as you survived and all is well, that's the most important.
Philip, today we're talking about a very interesting topic, and that is you come home with a brand new squeaker toy for your dog, and your dog loves it and goes nuts. And approximately 3.5 minutes later, the squeaker toy is dead. They've performed surgery, it's been taken apart and dragged throughout the house. Why do our dogs destroy their toys? Let's talk about that.
Well, humans, when there's something inside there, we also want to go and find it. We want to know what it
Exactly.
is. And normally taking it apart is the easy part of it. Putting it back together, it don't work. Never works again. So why do dogs do this? Some toys bring excitement. It's a squeaky toy. It's when I chew it, it just builds my drive, and I get more and more excited. And I actually play it to death. I don't deliberately destroy it as a dog. Um, it's just it drives. It keeps that drive going. That squeaky thing the whole time. And some dogs are just crazy about it. Other dogs run away from it. Um, so dogs don't necessarily destroy their toys out of frustration or aggression or anything of that type. They will destroy it because there's a drive on it, and it's like almost to some it's like a drug. They keep chewing to get that sound, and the toy will just get destroyed because it wasn't made for that. That's why when we get balls, we eventually have a ball that's the same size as a tennis ball, but it's very hard, indestructible. Because the dog will still chew on that, and he just won't be able to damage it. Where the softer toys, they're just not going to make it. Soft toys were made for puppies and made for small breeds, maybe. The problem I have with the softer toys and stuff is that when they do start destroying it, for whatever reason, the inners of that thing is what goes down the throat
Mm.
and gets stuck in the stomach or in the throat, and it becomes a problem. And I always like to use a toy as part of my training. If a dog's got drive on it, I like to use it, ball drive, toy drive, which turns into prey drive, whatever the case may be. I like to use it for a purpose. I don't like to chuck it down there and leave the dog to destroy it, because it is going to be a problem. And some of these toys are so expensive. And the
Okay,
question always is
on
it
before
really
we even
necessary?
get in there. So
Mm,
you're saying two things already. The first thing is that many dogs will look for the squeak that's inside the toy purely out of curiosity. It's something that all of us share.
yeah,
And
it's more out of drive.
and second is that buying him toys that has a squeaker in it make just kind of fuels the fire because it's about that drive. And next time he will go at it even harder and accidentally on purpose destroy it even faster because it's all about getting to that squeak, which is all about drive.
Yes. So, and then going back to the expense of these toys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is the purpose of this overexcitement and overdriven on a toy if you're not using that in a training session? What is the use of it? Some people say, oh, my dog's bored. So they need all the toys. Like humans, if you give them too many toys, they get bored with them. They always look for that one that builds a drive or does something, and they'll leave the others. We at times will use a small plastic bottle for a puppy, punch it full of holes and put some treats in it, put the top on and take the label off. and chuck it down there. The puppy, because it's a hard plastic, can't destroy it, but it keeps the nose and the brain busy, because they're after the smell and it builds drive on it.
So you're saying for much cheaper, you can make your own DIY toys that has the same effect more or less, but
There are so many that you can make yourself, and they're so simple. For bigger dogs, we'll take a PVC pipe, a short one, we'll put two cap ends on it, fill it full of holes. One cap end will glue, the other can come off, and we'll put some treats in there, close it and chuck it down. They can't destroy it, but the smell is there. So trying to get at it keeps the brain and the nose busy. You see a lot of movie clips, video clips of these things that throw the ball, and the dog will go and fetch the ball, bring it back, drop it in, and it'll throw it again, which is amazing. It's good for the dog if he kicks into that, and it's keeping his brain and stuff busy, and giving him exercise. I think that's wonderful. And when you talk about toys, some people buy a treadmill as a toy, so the dog can walk or run on the treadmill. Keeps everybody fit in the house, especially in very cold areas in the winter and stuff, and they can't get out as often as they would like to. So I think when you're going to get toys, get away from these expensive things which the dogs wreck and destroy within minutes.
and the
Uh,
same goes for the puzzle toys that is actually marketed for mental stimulation and as boredom busters for your dogs. Because the fact is that most dogs figure those out within a couple of minutes, and then next time it's even easier. Now that just becomes plastic that goes to a landfill, and they are hella expensive. So,
Very much. Very much.
much rather look into DIY options.
Yeah, look into DIY options, or have that one ball or that one frisbee or that one something, and rather spend a bit more time working with your dog instead of trying to
Keep your
get your
dog.
dog to pass the time with toys and
Mhm.
having too many toys. Some of the border collie breeds are very intelligent. They'll pack all their toys into a basket. They know their toys by name. They'll go and fetch them out. That's brilliant because it's making the dog think. It's making the dog work. So you're actually busy with a working session. The dog's actually focusing.
Yes.
That kind of thing I love. But I always say, instead of going to spend an incredible amount of money on a lot of toys which are of no use to the dog, rather have that one or maybe two, and use them and spend a bit more time working with your dog. And when you're away or something, yeah, give him his toy to play with. They often keep themselves busy by throwing it up in the air, catching it, doing things with it, which is brilliant. But don't have a whole crate full of toys for the dog. And those expensive things, they're not necessary. Work with your dog, spend time with your dog, and he'll enjoy his one or two toys a lot more.
Oh, that is such a good place to end this. Work with your dog, spend time with your dog, and then your dog will value and enjoy his toys, and it won't lead to all of that the toy graveyard that all of us inevitably
Yeah, I
place.
want to say just one other quick thing. Yeah, when he's got a favorite toy that he's got drive on, don't just throw it the whole time. Go and hide it for him, so that he's
Yeah,
got to use his nose and brains to go and find it, and make the task more and more difficult. Um, that's a working session with your dog, and your dog loves it. He'll love it. Okay, so think along those lines when you're all about toys.
fantastic. I think this has given us a lot to chew on as humans, to think about what the toys really mean in our dogs' lives and do a bit of a reflection and an assessment of what's truly necessary and what not, or how we can use the toys we have in different and more engaging and stimulating ways for our dogs.
Absolutely. I just want to bring in one point here. The human child, if you'll buy him very expensive toys and he'll play with
And
them for 10
box,
minutes, and then he's got an old tin with stones in it, which is much more enjoyable to him. Dogs are the same.
That is the truth. That's the truth. So go and experiment with different toys. If you do have a destroyer in your midst and you are getting frustrated with your dog destroying all of his toys, maybe just think about toys a little different. In the meantime, if you need help training your dog with a toy, follow us. And while we wait to do that, like the video, subscribe to our channel, and we can all keep on talking about dogs a little while longer. Thank you, Philip.
Yeah, and please give us feedback. I'd love to hear more about dogs and their toys. I absolutely would.